What's up, goobers? Today I'm going to be speedrunning a game called Raft Wars. For those of you who don't know, Raft Wars is this little flash game where your brother finds diamonds, so you gotta keep him safe from these thieves. The basic gist of the game is you gotta shoot these pirates with your tennis balls and kill them. There's also missiles and grenades, but that'll come later on. For now, we just gotta get rid of these pirates before they get rid of us. So without further ado, let's start the run. The run starts off with you and your little brother facing off against 3 pirates. Thankfully, we get the first shot, and boy do we connect. We kill one of the 2 pirates, leaving 1 left. And this guy must not have aim labs installed because he missed by a long shot, and my little brother ain't letting that slide. I, on the other hand, have impeccable aim and hit him on my second shot, but he doesn't die. And to make matters worse, he shoots my little brother off our raft. I really hope he learned how to swim. Revenge fueling my veins, I take my shot, and I hit. That was a pretty easy first level, so it's only gonna get harder from here. But it's gotta be done. I upgrade my raft and move on to level 2. Level 2's more of the same, only we're fighting Vikings and there's 1 more enemy. Just like the first level, we get the first shot and boy, we connect again. That's 1 Viking down and 2 to go. Although this Viking here has a chance to make something happen. He winds up, chucks his axe, and completely misses me. Looks like I'm gonna have to show him how it's done.
Fuck it right in the pussy. Wow.
Yeah, I might be him, but it's time to upgrade a raft and start the next level. And this time we're fighting genuine thugs. These guys are kind of scary. There's 3 of them and they're like trained militia members. But that's not gonna stop me from shooting this guy with a frickin' missile. The explosion knocks his buddy off and he dies on impact. With that 2-for-1 deal, there's only 1 enemy left. Thankfully, his aim is just as bad as the rest of them. Just because he missed me though, doesn't mean he's getting off scot-free. He's getting a missile to the frickin' face too. I really hope the next level poses a harder challenge because this is a cakewalk. Before we start the next level though, you know we gotta upgrade that raft and buy another rocket. Level 4 is where we fight our scariest opponents yet. Gingers. Thankfully, there's only 3 of them, so we have pretty decent odds. That being said, I switch to my missile, take aim, and fire. Unfortunately, my shot goes high, but luckily I still managed to hit the guy in the back and he goes down. But now it's the Gingers' turn to retaliate, and thankfully they can't shoot for shit either. I don't know if I'm just getting lucky, but I will take it. I then hit the guy on the jet ski, but he doesn't fall off because I didn't hit him with the missile. That's okay though, because when he retaliates, he completely misses me again. So I once again have to show him how it's done with this totally intentional trick shot that I definitely meant to hit. With 2 Gingers down, that only leaves the one in the jet ski, and he's already on 1 HP. Unfortunately for me though, he finally learned how to aim, but thankfully he didn't do too much damage. Not that it would have mattered because my next shot absolutely hits him in the noggin and he goes down too. With the 4th level complete, we restock our missiles, but don't upgrade our raft because it's already maxed. And onto the 5th level, we're fighting, these guys. Yeah, you can tell this game came out in 2007. Despite all that, I hit an absolutely diabolical first shot and collateral all 3 of them, killing 1 of them. That's a good start because it leaves 2 left and they're both pretty weak. Unfortunately though, my luck may have ran out because these guys can frickin' aim. He absolutely whacks me in the head with a ninja star and it takes out half my health. Now let's just say I'm not one to let that slide, so I gotta get my get back. And boy do I ever. I might actually be the best Raft Wars player there ever was. That was sick. With the 5th level taken care of, we move immediately on to the 6th and fight these pirates yet again. Unfortunately for us though, there's 3 of them. Although the first 2 proved to be no problem for me because I kill them both in 1 shot. Which means there's only 1 pirate left and we got this in the bag. This pirate does manage to hit me on his first shot, but I'm not worried because none of my babies are dying. Or so I thought, because I then proceed to miss the next 4 shots, and it takes me down to my last baby. Thankfully though, when the game's on the line, I'm on my prime. I take my shot, and it connects. That was closer than it should have been, but we manage. And we're thankfully moving on to the 7th level. And this time we're fighting... I can't defend this game anymore, I really can't do it. Come on man, you're making it worse. Despite the 2007's nostalgia, I equip a rocket and I fire. Sadly, I can't quite get the 2-for-1 combo as before, but we still managed to knock out one of the opponents. And it would seem I'm back to being lucky again because this guy cannot aim. Although the explosive arrow does a bit of damage, I don't die. I decide to retaliate with another rocket, but I aim too low and barely damage him. And he must not have liked that because he absolutely clocks me in the head dead on. Thankfully, I don't die somehow, so we're still in it. Despite aiming too high on my next shot, I still managed to knock out the guy in the back, leaving just one enemy left, who definitely needs to get signed onto a pro org because this guy don't miss. He takes out my main baby with his next shot, leaving just 2 left. Except I don't miss either, so he goes down on my next shot. And with one more level down, we restock our missiles and grenades and move on to the next one. And this one wasn't going to be easy because there's 4 Vikings now. But that won't stop me from trying my best. I equip a rocket, take aim, and fire. I managed to damage 2 enemies with it, but it's not looking good. And it looks even worse after this guy trick shot collaterals all 3 of my babies. But you guys know me, I can't let that slide. So I take aim with a rocket again, and I somehow managed to kill 2 of the Vikings. Things are actually looking doable now. Especially after this Elder Viking's next shot. He may have hit me dead on, but it barely scratches my tough as nails baby. And so I once again get my get back on my next turn. That's 1 Viking down, and 1 Viking to go. Unfortunately for me, this Viking's eyesight must be better because he actually manages to hit my baby and almost kill him. But like usual, it really doesn't matter because on my next shot I take him out too. And yet again with another level down, I restock my rockets and I move on. And unfortunately for me on this next level, the thugs are back. And this time, there's 4 of them. But I'm not gonna let them scare me. I'm gonna take my rocket and shoot this guy right in his face. 1 down, 3 to go. They're not just gonna take it lying down though. They're using these turtle grenades and they're fighting to win. They land a direct hit and kill one of my babies and crippling the other. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. I take a grenade and chuck it right into their boat. And once it goes off, we get a 2-for-1 deal, baby. That's 3 enemies down, only 1 left. But he's not gonna make it easy. He lands a direct hit on my second baby, killing it. We're both down to 1 life left. But you already know, when the game's on the line, I'm on my prime. I take a rocket, I aim, and I fire. But it's too high. The enemy now gets a free shot, and it's not looking good. But somehow he misses too. I have 1 more shot. My baby's not dead. So for all the marbles, I take aim, and I once again fire. And it's a direct hit. I did it. But wait, he didn't fall off. This one feels really rough. I'm praying he misses, but I really don't expect him to. But somehow he does! Where are you aiming at? What a bozo. And you already know I can't miss that next shot. I lock in, and I take him down. Yeah, we got lucky. Yeah, that was closer than it needed to be, but we did it. Let's go. And after once again restocking, we move on to the second last level where we have to refight the Gingers and they've stolen our parents. This one's gonna be pretty tough too. But I absolutely lock in with a diabolical first rocket shot, knocking off one of the enemies and nearly killing 2. This one's looking like it could be pretty easy. That is until I realized that these Gingers are armed like a frickin' small militia. Who gave them turtle shell grenades? Who? Regardless of that, they get a nice shot but don't kill any of my babies, thankfully. My next shot's slightly high too, so I don't fully kill any of them, but I do get some damage on both. Their next shot lands in the exact same spot as last time, thankfully not killing any of my babies, but they're not looking good. With my next shot, I choose to lob a grenade at them, bonking 2 of them and blowing up 1. I really feel like both of those guys should have died, but hey, I don't make the rules, I guess. And unfortunately for me, it's here where disaster strikes. Their next shot kills 2 of my babies, leaving only 1 left. Once again, it comes down to the wire. Once again, the game's on the line. With how I choked on the last level, it's in the back of my mind. But that doesn't stop me from equipping a grenade, aiming, and firing. And somehow, after it explodes, both Gingers fall, and I beat the level. I now get to reunite with my parents, and all is well. Except they're evil, and they want to steal the diamond for themselves. They kidnap our adoptive brother, and it's up to me to save him. My first shot I completely whiff. This is not looking good. I can't say the same for my dad because he absolutely rockets me off of my raft. With only 1 baby left, this 2v1 is looking unbeatable. Especially after this next shot where I don't even reach them. And unfortunately for me, they don't miss. They take out both my babies and I lose. but thankfully we can just run it back and go again. This time, I'm not gonna miss. My first shot is a direct hit on my dad. It doesn't kill him, but it does some serious damage. And his first shot's more of the same. He hits me, but doesn't kill any of us. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Thankfully, I've still got a chance. I take aim with my second shot and fire. But I wind up completely missing again and don't do any damage to either of my parents. The same can't be said for my dad. He takes aim and absolutely snipes my back baby. I'm gonna need some serious luck if I want to beat this level. I take aim for my third shot and I fire. It's a direct hit to my dad, taking him out, and a decent damage on my mom. She's one shot. I have to pray she misses her next one or it's game over. And somehow, some way, she misses. I'm once again left with one shot, one opportunity. I aim my rifle, I fire, and I don't miss. I beat my parents, free my adoptive son, and beat the game in a time of 11 minutes and 26 seconds, which looking at the leaderboard puts me at 22nd place out of 42 people. Top 25 in the world is pretty good. I appreciate you all for making it to the end of the video. Drop a like, subscribe for more, and as always, the grind never stops.